let's see the minor. So let's just pick a minor 7, really basic minor 7 chord. The 9th, which is the first note that I can add, I will probably play up here. This is a classic jazz 9th chord, which is quite a nice chord. I really like this chord. And it's C, E flat, B flat, D. So the 9th is added at the top. From this chord I can add the 11th up here, which is F. Instantly, for some reason, this chord screams chic, you know, whatever it is. It's not really in this key, but yeah, good times. But again, it's a minor 11. Excellent. So a chord that you could use, or actually to include the minor 3rd, I could use this chord here, which up here translates into, which is quite modern because it has that half step there. So and the 13th, again, it's a really cool chord, I like it. I will add the 13th up here, which is A, C minor 13, and this, you can use it as slightly more funk. To me, this is the Prince chord, you know, from that bridge in, I'm not sure it's in the right key, but that bridge in, was it Kiss? So that's C minor 13. Sometimes there could be substitute to a C7 sharp 9, so to speak. Okay, but that's just you know, I'm slightly going out the path of explaining extensions. The 13th, again, if we take it inside the chord, it could be the 6th. So in this case, it would be C minor 6-9. You will see this as C minor 6-9, C, E flat, A, D. Sometimes in conjunction, but again, this is not really a extension with the minor 7. Sorry, C minor with a major 7, sorry about that. And this will have the 9th at the top. So you could use both of these chords together. Bit of an exercise there, but it's quite a nice chord. Or the, you know, the classic James Bond chord, which is that. Extensions and dominant chords I can use, obviously this is my basic C again. It's a C major triad with a flat 7, B flat there. I can use the 9th up here. This is the classic funk chord or blues chord. Excellent, so that's the 9th. The 11th is more used with as a sus chord. I think it's because the 3rd and the 4th create, the 3rd and the 11th create this dissonant interval of flat 9, and so the 11th is more used without the 3rd. It will be called C7 sus 4 or sus 11, and usually what it is usually noted as a triad, so B flat triad. That's B flat major over C, so meaning with C in the bass. And the way you construct these chords, you usually think that wherever is the bass, in this case C is my bass note, my root note, I will calculate a whole step down, so 2 frets down, and play that triad. So in this case, C, B, B flat triad over C, and this is called obviously with C, the bass note, and this is called C sus C7 sus 11 or sus 4, whatever you call it. Excellent. The other extension is 13th, and it's up here. This is a bit more of a stretch. I can play without the bass. If I play C, 9, 13, which is up here, I have to stretch out a bit with my pinky. Otherwise, I can play without the root, and I will play 1, do a bar with my second finger, and play the 13th up here. So it'll be E, B flat, D, and A. E, B flat, D, A. This is the top 4 strings here. Excellent, and that's 13. I can add sometimes the 6th inside and BC7. I would still call it 13, to be honest, because that confuses with the 6-9 in terms of the major chord when you replace, as we said, I've seen from the major 7, you replace the major 7 with the 6th. So in a dominant chord it will still be called 13 regardless of the octave. Excellent, so these are just extensions for the dominant chord. In the last one of the 7th chord, which is the half diminished, I can add the 11th, which is usually down here, and it's usually used melodically rather than up here. The 9th, because obviously in a half diminished chord the Locrian scale has the flat 9, the 9th is never really used as a flat 9 unless it's in the melody, but it's usually used as the natural 9, which is usually notated as natural 2 actually, which is from a different mode, and so I consider it an alteration. But if you want to use it even though it's a natural note, if you want to use it, it's right there. So instead of playing C half diminished with the minor third at the top, you will be playing this chord here, which is C flat 5, or half diminished natural 2. So that's the chord. It's a more modern chord if you can analyze it and add the 11th on the top there. This is start to be, and this is basically a G flat major 7 sharp 5 with the C at the bottom, so you start to be borrowed from the melodic minor there. Okay, so and the 13th again, it's not really used them because it's the flat 13, so again it's not really a yes, it's within the mode, but I personally would use it melodically, but not within as a chord, so to speak. I would see that as more of an inversion of a E flat. So that's it in terms of extensions. I hope this helped.